Cardano's ecosystem continues to flourish with over 1,400 builders and more protocols hitting the mainnet every single day. We've just got the release of Lenfi v2, and we're expecting the release of Butane, a brand new synthetics protocol here on the mainnet. And in addition to that, we're getting more and more decentralized with respect to oracles, just to name a few different sectors. Now, as a part of today's video, I want to highlight all the biggest builders and exactly why Cardano is set to make waves in this brand new and upcoming bull run. What's up, TheADA Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. My name is Fareed. As a part of today's video, we're diving into all of the latest updates going on here in Cardano. First things first, I want to give you guys an update surrounding Project Catalyst and when we can expect funding round number 12 to begin. Following that, I want to talk about a pretty big update with SPOs or for stake pool operators and hardware management or hardware wallet support. And then I want to jump into updates surrounding protocols that have recently launched, kicking things off with Lenfi and V2, which is now live on the mainnet. Following that, I want to jump into some updates surrounding USDC and Tron. We just saw Circle pulling out of the Tron ecosystem where they have over $300 million deployed. And we now have Wanchain, one of their bridging partners, also following suit, ending support for USDC coming from Tron. After that, we've got an update from TapTools with a brand new release of their API. If you want to go ahead and integrate that on your particular platform or just take advantage of TapTools data, you can now go ahead and do that. I've also got some updates surrounding the Begin wallet, Minswap adopting handles for more transparency surrounding their team wallets, as well as the release of the Butane yellow paper. And then last but not least, an upcoming token sale on the WRLP or the Wingriders launchpad in collaboration with an up-and-coming staking protocol. As always, if you guys do enjoy updates like these, I would appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If you would like to take it a step further in supporting the channel, consider delegating with the official Dapp Central stake pool, which is stake pool ticker DAPP. Between epochs 451 all the way to 493, delegators will not only earn TheADA, but they will also earn the Matera governance token, which is a decentralized index protocol launching here on the ecosystem. Jumping into the first set of news pieces, I want to highlight Project Catalyst funding round number 12 and the working group event kickoff, which is now going to be voted upon by the community. So, funding round number 12 is tentatively set to kick off at the end of April, which is about 2 months away from the time that I'm shooting this video. We just had funding round number 11 wrapping up with over 300 projects being onboarded or being successfully funded. Now, we have the option to vote between launching kickoff events in Tokyo, Barcelona, Toronto, Nairobi, Sydney, or Buenos Aires. Now, what they're going to be doing is allowing for anybody who registered their wallet to vote during funding round number 11, the ability to vote where one wallet equals one vote. So it doesn't matter how much TheADA you currently hold. Again, it's going to be one wallet for a single vote. So make sure to go ahead and get ready to vote. This will require a 50 TheADA minimum within your wallet. And I believe the actual voting period will be for one epoch or just about 5 days, taking place in the very last week of February. So about a couple of days from the time that I'm shooting this video. Now, for me personally, I would be choosing somewhere like Tokyo or even Sydney, but Nairobi also does seem like a pretty good spot as well. So let me know what you guys think down below and make sure to go ahead and vote if you participated in funding round number 11. Jumping over, I have a brief news piece here surrounding SPOs who are utilizing Cardano, the Cardano app and Ledger for their stake pool key management. So this was released by Vacuum Labs earlier, and I want to just kind of reiterate here. So it says, please pay close attention to this critical announcement if you're currently managing your pool keys using a Ledger Nano S hardware wallet. So we're expecting the release of Cardano app or the Cardano app version 7.0, but with that comes upgrades, which also include extended Catalyst support. And then in addition to that, they'll also be bringing off-chain message signing. So with the release of Cardano app version 7.0, there are some limitations with memory with the traditional Ledger Nano S. So what they're saying is that if you are managing your stake pool keys and you do upgrade to version 7.0 for the Cardano app on just the traditional Ledger Nano S, that will now not have some of those key supports, or those key features, I should say, which will be rolled out on the Ledger Nano S Plus or the Ledger Nano X. So you need to go ahead and upgrade if you're currently utilizing a Ledger Nano for your stake pool management, or for your stake pool key management. Now, I want to quickly end off by saying that this is driven again by memory constraints inherent with the Ledger Nano S, which of course the team developing the Cardano app has no control over. That's all maintained by Ledger because again, that's their hardware. They're the ones developing all this critical stuff. Now, we are expecting for version 7.0 to be released in the first half of March. So in about 2 to 3 weeks, that should be hitting the mainnet or the general public. And again, make sure that you go ahead and upgrade if you're currently utilizing a Nano S. Jumping over, we have the release and the official launch of Lenfi V2. So congratulations to that entire team. I just had Montes on here not too long ago to talk a little bit about that. With the launch of V2, we now have permissionless pool creation. There's now actually over 34 liquidity pools already live in the first 8 hours since they've gone live. We also got tokenized debt bonds, which allow for you to sell your debt positions on an open market. They've also brought over native multi-asset support, open liquidations, which allow for anybody to run their liquidation script and earn a portion of the fees associated with liquidations. And then very lastly, decentralized governance. If I'm not mistaken, right now there is an ongoing vote to add AXO as a borrowable asset as well as collateral asset on the Lenfi protocol. And then I want to say that there was one other token which is currently escaping my mind right now, but I'll go ahead and just overlay that here as B-roll once I actually wrap up shooting this particular bit. Now, if I jump over to the actual app, it does highlight here the fact that we have multiple pools. Again, you can see the supply rate, you can see the borrow rate. And I did try to create a wallet, or not a wallet, a pool, and I basically had no issues. Again, I didn't follow through with it, but if you want to go and create a brand new pool, you can just click on this button here. You can identify the supply token, the initial deposit, the collateral token, and then whatever stake pool you actually want the ADA associated with the underlying liquidity pool to be delegated to moving forward. So I definitely do plan on opening up some liquidity positions here in order to put some of my tokens that are currently just kind of sitting still in my wallet to work, and to allow for those to begin generating me some income as more people begin to utilize or borrow against those liquidity pools. That will do it there for updates surrounding Lenfi V2. Jumping over, we have some brief World Mobile updates. So Mobile World Congress 2024 is taking place in Barcelona, where we have Mickey Watkins, James Tagg, Andrew Sopper, Magnus Kelly, Mike Blake Crawford. We've also got Emmanuel, and then I believe it's Nick Sopper, who are also going to be in attendance representing this team. This is a huge gathering of all of the top telco providers to just kind of mesh, network, and give updates to their community, right? So this is going to be a huge piece or a huge opportunity for Mobile to kind of get out on that front stage. And if I'm not mistaken, we are expecting for Mickey Watkins to actually be speaking at the GSMA Foundry Innovation Panel. So this is going to be one that I'm definitely going to try to tune in for. It'll be taking place on Tuesday, February 27th of 2024 at 9 a.m. UTC. Jumping over, we have the deployment of 14 air nodes in Pakistan, bringing the total there to 808. We have 618 air nodes in Zanzibar with 5 in the USA, bringing us to a total of 1,400 total air nodes. In 2022, we saw 225 air nodes deployed in that entire year. In 2023, we saw over 1,000 air nodes deployed. And so far, we are well on our way, I think, to beat that particular number for 2024. So maybe 2,000 to 3,000 air nodes. Again, we'll see. But I want to quickly highlight this. Very lastly, I do live within the United States. And as of this morning, it appears that there was some sort of cyber attack on the US causing outages, including service providers like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, and US Cellular. So let me know if you guys are impacted by this. Again, because I was just speaking about World Mobile, I want to quickly highlight this, but when I do sit down with Mickey, which I will be, so leave comments down below if you have any questions, I'm going to be asking him about issues like this, right? What were to happen if there's some sort of cyber attack with World Mobile? Would we be impacted? Or because we're running on some sort of decentralized infrastructure, could we be able to circumvent this, therefore bringing a new use case or brand new utility to something like World Mobile? Next, I want to talk a little bit about Levvy Finance. So there's been so much drama here in the last couple of days. A while back, we had one of the members from the Ape Society, if you're not aware, they're an NFT project that has built Levvy, a lending and borrowing protocol for NFTs and fungible tokens. And he'd mentioned that the Levvy token, or the Levvy platform, would be governed by the Society token, which is SOC for short, and that was the only token for the ecosystem within the Ape Society. 2 days ago, we saw a brand new tweet released by the Levvy protocol, or by the Levvy Twitter space, or the Levvy Twitter account, and it was advertising a brand new Levvy token. So as you can imagine, a lot of the community was very upset. And the thing is that there is a staking option where people can lock up their Society in order to earn, or in order to get access to Levvy Pro features. So people had basically bought up the Society token in anticipation of that being the only token available for the community. Then they stake that, right? And if they withdraw early, there is a penalty. But while they're staking, the Ape Society team releases an additional token, which therefore causes the price of the Society token to drop or to tank by 25% in a single day. Now, some people are actually utilizing the Society token on the actual Levvy protocol as collateral, forcing them to actually get liquidated. So we saw a cascading effect of liquidations and a pretty unhappy community, right? Because again, they were not expecting a brand new token to be released for Levvy. Now, there's been multiple Twitter spaces being held by the community in order to kind of set the bar straight. And then unfortunately, there was supposed to be a Twitter space between Charles and the Ape Society team to highlight Levvy, and that was actually canceled at the very last minute by Charles once he got wind of this new token. So Charles has gone back to the drawing board. He just released a video, it's about 7 minutes or so long, where he highlights the fact that moving forward, before actually dealing with projects, because he doesn't want to seem like he's always endorsing projects, he wants to do his own due diligence first before reaching out to them. So we also saw him putting on hold a Twitter space with Yarrick from the Axo team, which just launched on the Cardano mainnet. And he's also vouched to reschedule the Ape Society Twitter space. So I want to quickly highlight that. And if I jump back over here, now with the actual Levvy token, that'll provide specific features and access on the Levvy protocol. But there's also going to be a one-to-one airdrop for anybody who holds Society, which will receive the Levvy token when that launches. Again, I think this is a way to somewhat make this a little bit more digestible. Some people are still frustrated just about the lack of communication, or at least the clarity in communication, but I'll be doing a little bit more to provide more details here. In this thread, basically released by Congo, breaks down all of the benefits of utilizing their airdrop mechanism for this brand new Levvy token. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you a member of the Ape Society? If so, what are your thoughts surrounding that? Now, we have an update here, which I just released some news about, which was the ending of support for USDC on Tron by Circle. Make sure to check out that video. We basically saw Circle pull off all of their liquidity and all the support when it comes to minting on the Tron network. What they basically said now is that all of the users that are retail have to figure out a way to swap out their USDC on the Tron network into another network, or to cash that out. But for any of the Circle minting partners, Circle will work with them in order to allow for them to bridge out into a separate ecosystem that also has native support for USDC. Now, because Wanchain, right, is a bridging partner associated with USDC or Circle, they also have now decided to end their USDCX flow for USDC coming in from Tron. So it states here, following Circle's announcement that they're discontinuing USDC on the Tron blockchain, Wanchain's cross-chain solution, very similar to CCTP, which is native to Circle, but this allows for USDC to be transferred between different Wanchain ecosystems. they're now going to be stopping that Xflow feature, and they're going to be stopping the support, for USDC specifically coming in from Tron. This will be taking place on Monday, February 26th. So again, we've got just a couple of days, about 4 days from the time that I'm shooting this video. Keeping on the trend of stablecoins and Wanchain, we have Sarah, a lending and borrowing protocol building here on Cardano, which has now listed support for USDC and USDT on their protocol. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. Again, a platform where you can lend or borrow utilizing your assets, and you don't have to do both, right? So very similar to other lending and borrowing protocols that we have here in Cardano. If you just want to supply and earn a yield, you can do that. If you want to go ahead and supply and borrow against that and pay interest, you can also go ahead and do that as well. So that will do it there for the first half of today's Cardano Scoop. Quite a bit to touch on so far. As always, if you guys do enjoy updates like these, I would really appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. It does make a big difference here. If it's your first time stopping by Dapp Central and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions surrounding anything we chatted about so far, then please make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. I mentioned this earlier, but if you want to support the channel, please consider delegating with the official Dapp Central stake pool, as you will not only be earning ADA, but you'll also be earning the Matera governance token. Jumping back into news updates, we have the TapTools API. So if you want to go ahead and get access from your particular Dapp or your particular website to Cardano native asset data or even Cardano NFT data, you can now go ahead and tap into the TapTools API. So this provides access to token and NFT data, on-chain transactions, and wallet data. Now, we just also saw the TapTools team releasing what they call TapTax, which is a way to basically get exports of all your transactions based off of your wallet history. And you can also do that and integrate that directly into something like TurboTax, which I personally use here within the United States. So a lot of brand new features coming out here from the TapTools team. There is no mention here of any sort of discount or even any sort of pricing model. With TapTax, I think that was about $200 to use it for one particular year. But if you hold their Tappy NFT, that did give you a slight discount. Here with the API, it does look like it's free. I'm not seeing any sort of pricing associated with it. Again, so if you want to get access to any sort of token information that you see on the front end user interface of TapTools, you should be able to get that equivalent from their API. Jumping over, we have a brief update surrounding the Begin wallet. So I highlighted this wallet not too long ago, but we now have a brand new version, which is Begin version v1.5.4. So with this, we have the integration of Cardano Shield, a platform aiming to simplify and alert users when there's potential phishing or wallet draining transactions that they're interacting with. We've got the support for Ledger multi-accounts, as well as NFT and token portfolios, token insights, the ability to swap natively directly from within their wallet, as well as the ability to buy and sell, right? So you can now on-ramp and off-ramp with their partnership with Transact, very similar to something like MoonPay. I did cover this in a prior video. And then last but not least, you have the ability to plug in a custom node if you want to submit your transactions to a specific node that you operate or a specific node that you pay a service for in order to get that transaction on chain much faster. Now, I want to quickly also go ahead and highlight that the Begin team has teased out the fact that they will be providing notifications in their next update. So Begin Wallet has been making a lot of updates here. I do plan on getting the team here on the channel for an upcoming interview. If you guys have any questions surrounding their fiat on-ramp or just anything that came with the latest version 1.5.4, then please make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. But I'm definitely looking forward to that brand new notification feature. Jumping over, we have the Minswap team integrating and utilizing the TheADA handle standard. So the team has now gone ahead and made it a little bit easier for the community to kind of take a peek at their tokenomics. They just had a multi-million, or I think it may have actually been a billion or so token burn, where we saw the majority, I think it was about 40 or 50% of the Minswap token or their governance token being burnt as a part of a recent vote done by the community or done by Min token holders. So that was a pretty big update. And since then, I'm sure that there's been a lot of questions surrounding the tokenomics. So they now have a bunch of different TheADA handles. Looks like about 10 to 12 of them here, basically highlighting what allocations and what type of tokens the community can expect to be held in those wallets. So a great update here for transparency. I would love to have more projects taking this very similar route. And then that will do it there for Minswap. So jumping over, we have the yellow paper being released by the Butane team. They just released on the testnet about 2 weeks ago. I sat down with Micah, Kendall, and Jay, both of the founders and developers for this awesome synthetics protocol, bringing a lot of new utility and a lot of new features that have yet to be seen in the synthetic space. Now I'm going to jump into their BTN or the butane token sale here in just a second. But if you're more technically minded, right, whether it's liquidations, their Oracle, their multi-collateral system, you know, everything that you want, it is all listed here in this yellow paper. So make sure to go ahead and check that out here. Very impressive to see this being done, again, by what appears to be a relatively small team, right? When you compare that to other protocols, for example, like Indigo, which are made up of a multi-stacked team. Jumping over, we are expecting for their sale to take place in 17 hours. So we have just gotten the results in terms of their audit for the governance token sale, in which they collaborated with the Sunday Swap team. Again, we're going to be seeing a total of 10.75 million butane tokens coming out to the community or up for sale, providing them a total of 9 million ADA, with the price per token right now sitting at 0.9 ADA per token. So the event will last a total of 24 hours. Make sure to go ahead and check that out. And then very lastly, there's another upcoming token sale, and that will be for the TheADA Pro. So the TheADA Pro is a staking platform. They're going to be utilizing the WRLP or the Wingriders Launchpad for their upcoming token sale, which will be taking place on February 26th, beginning at 12 o'clock UTC, and it'll be ending 3 days later, or 72 hours later, on February 29th at 12 o'clock UTC. Jumping over to this next page here, we have the actual website for the TheADA Pro. Again, it looks like there'll be a staking platform here collaborating with Wingriders. They've also got some integrations done with the Dex Hunter protocol in order to facilitate the token sale once their token has been released for the general community. One thing to note as well is that they are integrating with OrcFax, so they'll be utilizing the OrcFax Oracle. And I just sat down with Peter Van Garderen not too long ago to highlight and talk a little bit more about their validator license sale. So make sure to go ahead and check out that particular interview. Now, with respect to the collaboration with the Wingriders team, keep in mind that there is a minimum amount that has to be raised in order for the actual tokens to be distributed. We did see the Plutus.art token sale fail to meet their threshold. And we did see the OrcFax team, which was the first team to launch, actually meet their threshold. And so they had a much more successful sale than the Plutus.art team. And this will be the following sale since then. So I'll be keeping an eye out on this one, and I'll be keeping you guys updated with everything going on there. Wow. Oh, wow. What a jam-packed update for today's news segment. I think I touched on over 10 separate projects here. Again, so much to discuss here, and I hope you guys found this to be helpful. If you did, I would really appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me, then please make sure to go ahead and leave them down below. That said, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.